All right, good afternoon. Welcome back here to Oak Hill High School. Steve Stricker back with Ashley Moore this afternoon. And Ashley, what a difference 24 hours makes here. Everybody was bundled up in their coats and rain gear and blankets and everything last night. And now we're out here in shorts and T-shirts and
gorgeous.
It is a beautiful night here. Got some rain overnight, but didn't affect the field a bit with the turf. Drains very well, so we're good to go here. We do have some cancellations throughout. The Rochester baseball sectional that was supposed to get going has been postponed. North Miami sectional, which was going to be North Miami Pioneer, that's been postponed as well. So we're here for round two. It's the Rochester Zebras who came in with a big win last night versus Lewis Cass. Final score in that one was 6-5. Taking on Whitko, who won last night 9-1 over Manchester. So the Zebras is going to be the visitors tonight, and Whitko is going to be the home team, so they'll get the last crack at it if needed. It was a pretty Rochester had control of the game pretty much throughout until the top of the seventh, and Lewis Cass made a bit of a run there on the Zebras there in the top of the seventh.
Yeah, I think Rochester kind of lost focus a little bit right there at the top of the seventh, and luckily they were able to regain control and take care of business. I think we're in for a good game, though. Looking at Max Preps earlier, Rochester beat Whitko earlier in this season, but Whitko's beat two people Rochester's lost to. So I think we're in for a really good game tonight.
Yeah, they kind of met. There was a little point in time there where Rochester kind of had a little downswing when they lost to North Miami, and then followed that up with a loss to Southwood in the same week. And then they did lose the last game of the year against Northfield, but they were able to find their footing again last night against Lewis Cass. And this is a Whitko team here that, like you said, they've been kind of a little bit of a roller coaster ride themselves this year. Started off the season, I think they were ranked. Really good team, so you can't sleep on them. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the second game, which is going to feature Oak Hill, and they'll be opening up their sectional play tonight with the first round bye coming in at 18-6, and they'll be taking on Wabash, who comes in at 4-18. So Oak Hill looks like they've got a pretty good path to that championship.
And Whitko does have a tradition in this sectional. I believe they've taken care of business. Whitko has won the last two sectionals of this one. It's come down to Whitko and Oak Hill. So experience does play a part in it, but I really think it's anybody's game tonight between Rochester and Whitko.
The big thing, it's going to be how Macy Brown can do in the circle. She's going to be pitching again tonight. She threw the entire game last night, and it's pretty dependent, obviously, in softball on your pitching, and she does, when she's on, a great job. So if she can go again for another complete game, they'll be in good shape. They did have, I think, 4 errors last night, so they got to clean that up.
Yeah, they had several infield errors, and, they take care of that. Brown continues doing what she does. They'll be all right.
Yeah, they were hitting the ball well last night. It was just a couple errors that kind of cost them, and then that top of the seventh for them. So they're getting some starting lineups. So if you want to give us, let's go ahead and do Whitko first.
For Whitko, starting the lineup is Duggins at shortstop, Elizabeth Miller at third, Augusta Garr at second, Cheyenne Bradley in right field, Guinevere Garr at catcher, Casey Sims DP, Ellie Snepp at pitcher, Sarah Hewitt in left field, Harley Bradley at first, and then the flex player center fielder Madison Smith. And for Rochester, the starting lineup, Macy Brown will start it off, and she is the pitcher. Delaney Chips at second, Charlie Pocock shortstop, Allie Borges catcher, Carly Beeler at third, Maya Musselman in center field, the DP Carly Blackburn, first baseman Emily Hughes, right field Ashley Overmeyer, and flex player left field Chloe Harris.
Alrighty, let's get the national anthem and get underway here. All right, if that sounded louder than last night, that's because we got the windows open, getting a little breeze in here tonight. Last night we didn't dare open the windows.
No.
It was chilly out. We didn't want to be outside. So beautiful night for softball here at Oak Hill High School tonight. Game number 1 getting set to start here between the Whitko Wildcats and the Rochester Lady Zebras. Zebras going to be up first here in the lineup, batting Macy Brown, the junior, leading things off here for the Zebras. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We were going to bring you 2 games, Rochester games tonight, but the baseball game was postponed up at Wabash. They're going to try and play that tomorrow night. They start their sectional action against Wabash at Wabash. So see if we can get that on the air tomorrow. We're hoping we're back here tomorrow.
Yes,
Broadcasting
definitely.
the championship game for the Lady Zebras, but they got to get it done here against Whitko. Final pitches being thrown. The Whitko's going to be pitcher's going to be
Ellie Snepp.
Ellie Snepp. Yeah, she's a senior for the Wildcats. So Brown's going to start off batting in the left-hand batter's box here. Did a nice job getting on last night.
Absolutely.
Garr behind the plate here for the Wildcats. First pitch fouled back for strike 1. And she's going left and going right,
Yeah.
so she needs to find the
Straighten
middle.
that out.
Yeah. 0-2 count here to Brown, starting things off. Snepp comes in 11-5 for the Wildcats, pitching this season with a 1.41 ERA in 17 appearances. Misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And she gets the outside corner, strike 3. So Brown goes down on strikes for out number 1. Brings up Delaney Chips. Misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes, 2 chips. Second baseman for the Zebras, batting 156 in 20 games this season. 73 plate appearances. She has 10 hits. This is on the inside for ball 2. That one's fouled back into the net for strike 1. Just getting underway here at Oak Hill High School, semifinal round of the Oak Hill Sectional number 37. Second batter here for the Zebras, Delaney Chips. And that's going to be a nice play in foul territory by the first baseman, Bradley, for out number 2. It's going to bring up Charlie Pocock. Junior batting 309 for the Zebras with 2 outs. There's a shot. It's going to be back to third. Play over to first in time, so the Zebras go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come back here with the bottom of the first as the Whitko Wildcats take the plate. Be back here in just a moment. You're watching RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyards True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyards True Value and Rental of Rochester. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Oak Hill High School. Steve Stricker with Ashley Moore, and we're getting set to go with the bottom of the first here as the Whitko Wildcats get ready to bat in their portion of the first inning. And Ashley, Whitko made pretty good work of quick work of the Zebras in the top.
Yeah, Ellie Snep, the pitcher, has a lot of pop, definitely a lot of speed to her fastballs, and Rochester did make contact the last 2 batters. Unfortunately, plays were made.
Nice play, and it's going to be an error on Hughes, and Duggins is going to reach. So leadoff batter is aboard here for the Wildcats. That was a nice play there by Brown, and she had a nice little flip over, and Hughes just unable to make the catch. Elizabeth Miller comes up to the plate with 1 on, nobody out. A freshman batting 259. Brown misses on the first one to Miller, ball 1. So quickly down in the count, 2-0 here to Miller.
Lays down a nice bunt.
Not in time by Beeler. Kind of caught Rochester off guard with that bunt there. They were back a little bit in the defensive stance. So the first 2 Wildcats are on board, and that's going to bring up number 99, Augusta Gar.
Coach Musselman wants to talk that call over with the field official.
Still no outs here in the bottom of 1. Got Wildcats on first and second for Gar. Strike 1 on the bunt attempt to Gar. That one's in the dirt. Runner's going to go. Throw down. It's going to get away. Good job there in left field by Harris, backing up the throw. So the runners do advance over to second and third. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Gar. There's a shot out into right. That's going to find the gap. 1 run is in. Second run rounds third and is going to score. So 2-run double for Gar. Gets the Wildcats on the board here to start things off. Still no outs here in the bottom of 1.
Brings up the bat, Cheyenne Bradley.
Nice shot into left field.
Gar is going to move over to third. So runners on the corners now for
Brings up the bat, Guinevere Gar.
Guinevere Gar. So 2 runs across already for the Wildcats, threatening for more here with still no outs in the bottom of the first. Runner's going to take second, uncontested. There's a shot
Nice
into
shot.
left, and it goes over Harris's head. 1 run in. Second run's going to score, and Gar, second Gar with a 2-run RBI double in the inning. Coach Musselman out to talk it over with the troops in the circle. Rochester still no outs here in the bottom of the first. Casey Sims coming up to the plate here for Whitko, number 7 batter. 6 batter.
6th batter.
For the Lady Wildcats, Casey Sims.
That one's in the dirt for ball 1. That one's popped up, should be playable at first base. Second baseman Chips comes over, makes the play for the first out of the inning for the Zebras.
Brings up Ellie Snep. 1 out.
It's going to bring up the pitcher, Ellie Snep, hitting .214 for the Wildcats. Just outside on that one for the ball 1. Shot over to third. Over to first in time. Runner does advance, but Harris gets the put out over on the pitcher snap.
2 outs. Brings up Sarah Hewitt.
So Hewitt comes to the plate with 2 down and 1 on third. Whitko's going to ask for a courtesy runner for their catcher on third base. Pair of 2-run doubles
Summer West into run. Sarah
by the
Hewitt.
Snaps.
2 outs.
By the Gars.
The Gars, yeah.
Yes.
I was just checking that. I didn't think I had that right. Brown gets that one in there for strike 1. If they get that third out here, I
Yeah.
know 4 runs is 4 runs, but they can limit
Yeah.
the damage a little bit here if
Yeah,
they can get out of this
definitely.
inning.
Those first 5 batters kind of had Brown's number.
Yeah, they were
They
hitting
were dialed in.
They were hitting the ball hard, and they've been able to get 2 outs here. Got
Yes.
2 strikes. Runner stays. One ball, 2 strikes here to Hewitt. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So they do get out of the inning, but Whitko gets 4 crossed. To the bottom or the top of the second we go. Whitko leads 4-0 after 1. We'll take a break. Come back with the top of 2 here in a moment on RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
All right, welcome back here to Oak Hill High School. Steve Stricker with Ashley Moore, and just as quickly as the Wildcats went through the lineup or got the Zebras out in the top of the first, Whitko almost went clear through the lineup at the
Yes.
bottom. And 1 pitch, and we've got an out already here in the top of 2. So
1 out. Brings up Carly Beeler. 1
Whitko
out.
being very efficient here with their pitching
Yes,
and fielding
definitely.
so far. So we're going to have to see here what the Zebras can do. Already dug themselves a bit of a hole, trailing 4-0 after 1.
And Rochester's been putting the bat on the ball, so, it's just a matter of getting a couple through.
Carly Beeler at the plate with 1 down. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Beeler. Maya Musselman on deck for the Lady Zebras. So far, the Wildcats have faced the minimum number of batters through an inning and a third. There's a shot going to be foul off the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Beeler. So she's going to have to protect the plate here
Yeah,
with 2
definitely.
strikes. Beautiful night here at Oak Hill High School tonight. She does just that, stays alive, fouls that one back. Like night and day from last night.
Absolutely. Snep's really been working to find the right spot on the outside corner with this batter.
That one in the dirt to Beeler. Count goes full now. So Beeler able to stay alive, battle back, and get a full count here. Zebra's still trying to find somebody to get on the bags. Oh,
Yeah.
that was a bit outside, but
Yes.
the call was made for out number 2.
Maya Musselman, 2 out.
Brings up Musselman with 2 down. Misses on the outside, may have been a little high. That one's tight inside, ball 2 to Musselman. Carly Blackburn on deck for the Zebras. That one in for a strike. Counts 2 balls, 1 strike here to Musselman. We got 2 outs in the top of the second. There's a shot, foul ball. So that's going to make it 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Musselman. There's a shot back to Snep, over to first in time for the 3rd out. So the Zebras go 1, 2, 3 again in the top of 2. So we're going to go back to the bottom of the lineup for Whitko. After an inning and a half, Whitko leads 4-0 over the Zebras. We'll be back in just a moment here on RTC TV4.
Smith Farm Stores has everything you need for your home and your farm, both inside and out. We are your local Steel, Skag, and Simplicity dealer, offering a full-service center with a certified technician on site. Smith Farm Stores offers a wide variety of household appliances, including top-brand refrigerators, washing machines, and dryers. We are also a full-service paint center, offering on-site color matching and more. Stop by today or check us out online. Smith Farm Stores, everything you need and more.
All right, welcome back here to Oak Hill High School. Steve Stricker with Ashley Moore, and Rochester yet to find how to get somebody on the base paths. So
They've been putting the bat on the ball, but they haven't been able to get it past the infield.
So the number 9 batter, Harley Bradley, is going to lead things off here in the bottom of the second for Whitko. Brown remains in the circle for the Zebras. Misses on that one. 2 balls, no strikes.
Brown struggling to find the strike zone with this first batter.
So Bradley's going to walk on 4 pitches, putting the leadoff runner on again for Whitko. And back to the top we go to Duggins. The senior, she was on so fast in the first we didn't get a chance to talk much. She's batting .443 for the Wildcats, which is where you want your leadoff
exactly.
batter to be, right? You want her to be batting a high average. Going to IUPUI, okay. Brown misses on that. 1 ball, no strikes. There she gets her swinging. There's a slap over to short, over to second, and that's going to be an error on Chips. Is that a throwing error? Or
Brings up to bat.
E4. So
Elizabeth Miller.
both runners are safe. They had an opportunity to get that lead runner at second. And that brings up Miller here for the second time. So 2 errors here through the first 2 innings already for the Zebras. First pitch misses for ball 1.
Miller had a hit her first go around to the third baseman.
There's a shot over to short, play over to get the lead runner for that out. So they didn't get her at second, but they do get her on the fielder's choice there at third. And they get out number 1, so 2 on.
1 out.
And Augusta Gar, who had a RBI double, 2 RBIs on the double in the first. RBI, and that's a big argument, right? RBI or RBIs, because it's runs batted in. So RBIs would be runs batted ins.
Yeah.
It's
I've always called it RBIs.
right. When you think
But
about
then
it,
when you say that, then
yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's wrong.
1 ball, 1 strike to Gar. Runners did advance on that play. There's a shot over. The runner's going to score. Play at first does get the out. Runner moves to third, 1 run across.
Brings up to bat Cheyenne Bradley.
So with 2 down and 1 on, that brings up Cheyenne Bradley.
She had a hit to left field.
Takes the first pitch for ball 1. There's
Nice
a shot.
shot.
It's going to be past short, and that's going to score another run. She's going to be in with a single.
Brings up Guinevere Gar. 2 outs.
Guinevere Gar up to the plate now with 2 down and 1 on. She had a RBI, 2 RBI. There's a play over to second, and Chips gets the play for the third out, but the Wildcats do tack on 2 more in the bottom of 2 and lead 6-0 after 2. Zebras going to be coming back here in the top of the third. Going to have to get their bats going. Still trying to find that first base runner
Yes.
of the game for the Zebras. We'll be back here in just a moment on RTC TV4.
This is old you. And this is now you.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the rain.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back here to Oak Hill High School. Steve Stricker with Ashley Moore, and it's been a tale of the bats of Whitko versus the inability of the Zebras to get on base so far in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, the Zebras have been able to get the bat on the ball. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to get it past Whitko's infield.
Yeah, Whitko's doing a good job there. Snep's doing a fine job from the circle, and right now in the top of the third, it's just the number 7 batter coming to the plate for Rochester. So Whitko's faced the minimum number of batters so far. Blackburn, Hughes, and Overmeyer as we get started here in the third inning. You know, 2 errors on the board for the Zebras.
Yep.
You can live with 2 errors, but they were really costly errors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blackburn gets up on the handle, play over to second, easy out for out number 1 on 1 pitch. She caught that on the handle on the inside pitch.
Brings up to bat Emily Hughes.
It's going to bring up the freshman Emily Hughes with 1 out, nobody on. Emily's batting 191. She's played in 19 games, has 53 plate appearances. Shows bunt, gets that strike one. Coach Musselman trying to find a base runner, just somehow get somebody on base, manufacture some kind of offense. And she pulls back a shot over to short, and first baseman has to stretch a little bit, but the play on the 6-3 put out for out number 2. So that brings up the senior Ashley Overmeyer with 2 down.
Snap puts that one in for the first strike. Overmeyer kind of chasing that one, looked pretty high. So we've got 0-2 count.
And a strikeout, so 9 batters through 3 innings for the Zebras. And so far, Whitko staying perfect. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd here for Whitko, and they're still leading after 2.5 by a score of 6-0. We'll take a break, come back with the bottom of the 3rd here on RTC TV4.
RTC cable subscribers, now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere, another great service from RTC.
All right, welcome back here at Oak Hill High School. Steve Stricker with Ashley Moore. We've been progressively going down, 4 in the first, 2 in the second for Whitko. Maybe we can get it to a 0 here in the 3rd.
Absolutely.
The Zebras got to find a way here to get a clean inning.
Absolutely. We've got Casey Sims up. She popped up in foul territory to the first baseman last at bat.
So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Sims. Changeup is going to miss on the outside for second ball. Pitcher Snep on deck here for Whitko. Brown misses low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Brown gets that one in there, makes the count 3-2. Let's see if Macy can find a way to get this out. That's going to be popped out of play. Whitko's done a lot of damage through the first 2 innings, and it's started with leadoff runner on base both times. So if they can get this out here with a 3-2 count. There's a shot into second, and over to make the catch is Chips for that first out.
Yeah, that's a great way for the Zebras to start and give them a little bit of momentum through this inning, this half of the inning.
So Snep comes to the plate.
She grounded out to 3rd last time.
And Brown's starting to find her rhythm a little bit, gets that one in there for a strike. So hopefully Macy's settling in here, and the Zebras can get some things going. And she gets that call there. So I did kind of get on it a little bit on that one call with the strikeout earlier. On that was a little bit outside, but he has given that to us too. So that one's a little bit wide there for ball 1. So consistency, I love it.
Yeah.
If you're going to call it a strike on them, call it a strike on us. That's all you can ask.
Absolutely.
Shot back, good play there by Brown, fielding in her position over Hughes for out number 2. So much better here by the Zebras so far in the bottom of the third.
Great way for them to start. And again, hopefully some momentum.
Sarah Hewitt, 12.
So Hewitt comes to the plate with 2 down. Nobody on for Whitko. There's a shot. Chips can't get to it. It's going to find the gap for a base hit. That was a solid hit ball there. Nothing Chips could do on that.
Brings up to bat.
Christoffel going to come up here for Whitko.
Harley Bradley.
Bradley?
Bradley.
Okay, they got their numbers all different. So Bradley, that first pitch in for a strike. Harley Bradley, okay. There's a shot over to third, should be an easy play to first to get the third out, and they do retire the side. So they get 1 hit, leave 1 on, but no runs across in the bottom of the third. So Zebras got to get their bats going here as we move into the top of the fourth. Be back here in a moment on RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, welcome back here to Oak Hill High School. Steve Stricker with Ashley Moore. And Ashley, the Zebras finally able to get out of that inning clean.
Yes, absolutely. So now hopefully they can get their bats going. We're starting with the top of the lineup here with Macy Brown up to bat. So, no time like the present, right?
Well, we saw last night with Lewis Cass, they were down 6-1 going into the 7th, and they made it a pretty intense game right there. So, you can't count the Zebras out, but it's got to get started with getting a base runner.
Exactly.
So Brown would be the one to do that, leading off here in the top of the 4th. There's a shot, but right over to short.
The shortstop.
So Brown goes down on the pop out to 6.
Brings up to bat Delaney Chips, 1 out.
So it brings up Delaney Chips with 1 down. That was a hard hit ball by Brown, just right at the shortstop. Now first pitch in for a ball to Chips. Got a quick timeout here. Coach Musselman going to talk it over with Chips.
Yep, he must have saw something.
Charlie Pocock on deck for the Zebras. Rochester still trying to find that first base runner of the night here in the top of the 4th. Snep doing a wonderful job in the circle, and she's had a lot of help in the infield as well.
Sometimes you just need that first runner, though, to kind of break the seal and go from there.
That one drops. Oh. It was in the glove of the shortstop, but as she's going to the ground, that was a great effort there by Duggins. So the seal has been broken.
I know.
So Chips gets on, and it doesn't matter how she got on, if they call that an error or an infield hit, but she is on. So that brings up Charlie Pocock. We are going to call that an E6. There's the bunt from Pocock. And it does move Chips over, but that's the second out.
2 outs. Brings up Allie Borges, 2 outs.
So we've seen this book before. We've read this story with Borges coming up with a runner on second last night. So we'll see if she can recreate some of that magic with that home run she had in the first last night. And unfortunately, shot right back to Snep for out number 3. So the Zebras do get one on, but Whitko able to strand that runner. So after 3.5, the score remains Whitko 6, Rochester 0. We're going to take a quick break. Come back with the bottom of the fourth here in a moment on RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
All right, welcome back here to Oak Hill High School. Steve Stricker, Ashley Moore, and Rochester finally got that runner, and they were able to get Chips over to second, but that was all the farther they got her. And Whitko has done an outstanding job on both ends of the field, so to speak. 6 runs across through the first 3 at-bats for them, and big glob of zeros for the Zebras through 4. So
Whitko's back up to the top of the lineup with Duggins, and she scored both times. She's been up, but both times she reached on errors. So it looks like Rochester's kind of settling in now.
Brown gets that one in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Duggins. And you look up at the board, 2 errors for Rochester, 1 for Whitko, and you would think, you know, that's pretty close, but like we said, those 2 really big errors.
Timing is everything.
There's a shot that's going to find the gap. Beeler unable to get a glove on that. So the leadoff runner is aboard again. You know, that was the big thing in the bottom of the third. They got that leadoff runner out for the first time, and were able to get out of that inning with only 1 base runner. So now the leadoff runner is on again for Whitko, and brings up Miller. That foul, or that bunt attempt, is foul. Duggins on first, Miller at the plate, and Augusta Gar on deck for Whitko. That bunt laid down. Brown's going to field it over to first for the out. The runner does advance. So Miller does push the runner to second base. So that brings Augusta Gar up, batting on the left side here with 1 down. Runner on second. Little slap. Chips over to first, and Hughes was hit. The run's going to score. So some contact there might have knocked the ball out. So they're going to call that, and Coach Musselman wants to ask that question as well. So the umpire's talking it over here just in front of home plate. There was some contact there by the runner on the first baseman from Rochester. And Coach Musselman wanted a clarification whether that was just incidental contact. And And they're going to leave Gar on first. So the run scores, 1 down. And that brings up Cheyenne Bradley. That one misses high, ball 1. That one's shot over the head of Chips at second. Might have had a play at first out of right field there if the first baseman would have been covering, but so runners at first and second for Guinevere Gar. 1 down so far here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch in for ball 1. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That one misses just outside, so 3-0 count here to Gar.
I noticed the last time she was on base, Gar gets a huge lead off. If anything happens, she's going to be gone.
So Gar walks. So Gar on first, Gar on third. With Bradley at second. And that brings up Sims. Musselman's going in. So she's probably going to get warmed up here, possibly to take over the pitching duties. Overmeyer moves over to center field, takes her spot.
And
Loudermilk moves into right. No balls, 2 strikes. Misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Sims. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th for the Wildcats. That one bounces in, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one's popped back out of play. Count stays at 2-2. There's a shot back in for the force, and throws past Hughes. 1 run in. Trying to get the double play on that, and the throw from Borges. E2, E3. They're going to say a throwing error, so another costly error. They do get the out. 1 run is in. Brings up the pitcher, Snep, right? Ellie Snep, yep.
yes.
Runners on the corners with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. That one's going to bounce back past. And on the pass ball, Borges tried to go unassisted there. She had the option and unable to get the out, so the run scores. Makes it 9-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Snep. Runner on second. There's a
Little dribbler.
play over first, and that's not going to be in time. So Snep is going to reach. Runner moves over to third.
Brings up to bat Sarah Hewitt, 2 out.
And that brings up Hewitt now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. I think that was the carpet. That hit hard on that first bounce. It was hit solid by Snep, but it just kind of hit into that carpet and died. And didn't leave much of an option there.
Oh, that's a shot.
That's
right
going to be a gapper right center,
yeah.
1 run in. And Snep moves over to third, so an RBI single for Hewitt.
Brings up to bat Harley Bradley, 2 out.
So Bradley going to come up with 2 down. Four runs across here in the bottom of the 4th for Whitko, and they have 10 runs here so far in the game. Macy Brown's evening is done in the circle for the Zebras. She's going to go out after 3 2/3 innings, and they're going to bring on the sophomore Maya Musselman. See if she can find this 3rd out here in the bottom of the 4th. So as she's getting her warm-ups, we'll take a quick break and come back here from Oak Hill High School in just a moment here on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyards True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyards True Value and Rental of Rochester. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Oak Hill High School. We got a pitching change for the Zebras. Sophomore Maya Musselman going to come in and pitch. Got some changes. Macy Brown is going to move back to short. Charlie Pocock is going to be in center. Ashley Overmeyer moves back over to right. And it looks like everybody else pretty much stays in their spots. Still 2 down here in the 4th. Runner moves over to second, so runners at second and third now for Whitko. There's a shot into right, left center. 1 run is in. 2nd run is in. And in with a stand-up double is Bradley.
That was a hard hit ball right into the gap too.
So Duggan's up now, back to the top of the order here for the Wildcats. 6 runs across here in the bottom of the 4th. I think most all of those runs have come after they had 2 outs, haven't they? At least 4 of them.
I think the first one was scored before, but other than that.
Musselman gets that one in for a strike. Bradley stands on second base for the Wildcats. Gets her swinging on that. Strike 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, trying to find that elusive 3rd out here in the bottom of the 4th. Slap attempt goes foul. Oh, she goes after the high one. Brown able to come in, makes the catch, gets that third out. But the damage is done. 6 runs across for the Wildcats in the bottom of the 4th. So after 4, Whitko leads by a score of 12-0. Take a break and come back here with the top of the 5th. Actually, the last shot here for the Zebras. It's come down to that now with 12 runs on the board. So we'll be back here in just a moment on RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
All right, welcome back here to Oak Hill High School. Getting started with the top of the 5th, and the Zebras find themselves in a position where they've got to get 3, or we're going to be done early here tonight. Whitko leads 12-0 after 4. Put up a 6th spot in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah.
Shot foul. I'm impressed over there with the first baseman for Whitko. She's made a couple of plays, and she almost fielded that one. It was 4 feet foul.
Right.
So she's got some pretty good range. I think she made a catch on a line that was foul in the first. That one misses for ball 1. Gets that one on the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 seniors here for the Zebras. Carly Beeler at the plate is one of them. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. And a little blooper over to third. Beeler able to beat it out. A little bobble there. Let's see if they give him an infield hit or call that an error.
Brings up the bat. Musselman.
I think they're debating down there what they're going to call that. So they are going to go an E5 on that. Maya Musselman at the plate. Lays off on that one high and outside, ball 2. Three 0 to Musselman. Beeler on first. No outs here, so maybe the Zebras can
get a little something going.
That one's in for a strike. Well, they got to get a lot of something going, at least 3 runs if they want to keep going. And that was fouled back to the netting. Count goes full, 3-2. What a beautiful night.
It is. It's gorgeous.
It's I still, I've lived in Indiana my whole life, and it still boggles my mind that we can go from last night to tonight. That one's going to be foul out of play off of first base. But cold, wet, nasty, windy last night, and tonight it's just like a normal spring night, sunny and 70. Count stays 3-2 here to Musselman. Another one foul.
She keeps battling, though.
She is.
She can connect on the right one.
She's been early on the last two. Let's see if she can straighten that up. They're right back, though, to Snep. Over to first for the out. Does move Beeler over to second, though. Right now, Beeler doesn't do them a lot of good. They've got to get 3, so Carly Blackburn coming up here with 1 down, 1 on for the Zebras.
Pearson, 1 out.
Oh, Pearson. Sorry. I was just listening to the PA announcer. And did she go? No? All right. I don't know who asked for that.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like somebody in the crowd
it
asked
sounded
for
like
that.
a parent asked for it
That's,
over here.
Play over to over to second for the out. So the Zebras down to their last out here.
2 outs. 2 outs. Brings up Kenzie Weaver. 2 outs.
This is Mackenzie Weaver.
All right. Sophomore coming in to pinch hit. And that one in for a strike. Oh, and 2 quickly here to Weaver. This is outside. That was way outside.
Yeah, it was.
The crowd wanted that to be a strike, but that was way outside. There's a shot back to short, play over to first, and that's going to do it. Whitko is going to advance, winning in 5 by a final 12-0. So the Rochester Lady Zebras are going to see their season come to an end here tonight at Oak Hill High School in the semifinal round. But they've had a good season, winning record 11-10 overall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't hang your head with that. A lot of young players, 2 seniors, Ashley Overmeyer and Carly Beeler, are going to graduate this year. But you know, there's a lot of kids coming back for the Zebras. Coach Musselman in his first season as the head coach, and you know,
good things to come.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah, a lot of good things to come. So, unfortunately for the Zebras, that's going to do it for the 2019 season for them. Final score 12-0. A little circle there in the middle. We'll let that. We'll let you watch the prayer circle there. That's good sportsmanship by both teams. All right, so Whitko wins in dominating fashion tonight, 12-0 in 5, and they're going to await the winner of game number 2 between Oak Hill and Wabash. That game will be played tomorrow night, I believe, at 6.
I believe so.
6 o'clock will be your championship game tomorrow. So that's going to do it for Rochester Zebras softball for us for this season. We appreciate everybody that's tuned in and watched us here on RTC TV4. We will be back tomorrow night from Wabash, assuming that they can get the game in. If it doesn't, rain another 10 inches between now and then, where the Wabash or the Rochester Zebras will start their sectional run against the host Wabash Apaches tomorrow night. So, Ashley, I appreciate you coming over.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
a nice little short trip for me, opposed
to
the Pioneer games that are a little longer drive.
Well, we'll get you on the air as much as we can. We appreciate it. We really, I told Scott and Joe, you come in, you know what you're doing, you know who's playing, and you do your homework.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so it makes it pleasant for me, and I think the viewers appreciate that as well. So we'll wrap things up here from Oak Hill, and I will see you tomorrow night, hopefully from Wabash. And Ashley, we'll get you back on the air soon.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for everybody for watching tonight. For Ashley Moore, Steve Stricker saying goodnight here from Oak Hill, where Whitko advances to take on the winner of Oak Hill and Wabash tomorrow night in the championship game.